Good day, welcome to our week 5 lesson, which is the formulas and functions. So for you to get along with our lesson for this week's module, you may open your book on page 54 to 61. To start this lesson, let us have identify first what is the difference between formulas, text, and value. So I am going to use a file that contains the data of a class record. This is an example of a class record. Okay, so let us use formula, or let us identify first what is formula. Formula is used to calculate values. You may use an equal sign or the AutoSum functions to build a formula. So for us to identify what is formula, I am going to use the AutoSum command from the editing group. Okay, from the Home tab, editing group, this is the AutoSum command. Okay, so I'm going to use or identify the sum or the total score of column C, row 4 to column F, row 4. Okay, select column C, column D, column E, column F, row 4, and then click AutoSum command from the editing group, and then it will automatically add the 4 entry. As you can see, the active cell is on column G, row 4, which is the total score or the total grade of this first to fourth quarter grade of Juana Angelina. So the active cell is here. And then as you look for the formula bar, you will see the formulas of the 4 grades. Okay, so it starts with the equal sign, sum, so meaning it adds the numbers from column C to F. Okay, C4 to F. So ginagamit natin yung column to summarize the columns. Okay, from column C to column F, hindi na natin kailangan pang i-type yung column D at column E. So, we use colon, okay, to summarize the columns. Okay, so pag marami na tayong columns na ginagamit to add numbers or to multiply or to divide or to subtract numbers, we use colon. Okay, tandaan ha, ginagamit natin ang column para i-summarize yung lahat ng column na gagamitin natin. So, dalawang column lang ang gagamitin natin. Ito ay kung saan tayo magsisimula at kung saan nagtatapos yung column. Okay, so yun yung ating gagamitin. Gagamitin natin ng colon and then enter. And then it will total the numbers or the selected numbers. So, take a look at, may highlight tayo. Na-highlight yung 4 na numbers from column C to column F. Meaning, sila yung kasama doon sa ating sum. So, next is I'm going to show you on how to get the average of this total score of sum or the total score of these grades. Okay, so let's put the active cell here and then on the formula bar, type equal sign, and then let's get the average of this 345 from G4. Okay, 345 from G4. G4 divide, ilan sila? 1, 2, 3, 4 divide 4. Okay, and then enter. So, ibig sabihin daw, ang grade daw ni Juan Angelina is 86.25. So, ang nakuha daw niyang grade from first to fourth quarter is 89, 87, 85, and 84. So, ang average niya is 86.25. Another way of getting the average of the score of the students is by using the command from the formulas tab, and then on the AutoSum command, the drop down arrow. Okay, so first highlight the numbers that you want to get the average, and then go to the AutoSum command, the drop down arrow, and then click average. And then automatically kung saan area nakasunod na walang nakalagay, doon lalabas yung kanyang average. So, of course, they have the same sum or total score, which is 345. Of course, in the average, they are the same, 86.25. So, paano natin malalaman kung tama? Okay, so gawin ulit natin ng mano-mano on the formula tab, number 3. Okay, equal sign. Okay, nasan si 359? Okay, or dito tayo. Ulitin natin. Okay, so tingnan natin kung tama si 345 or sa ating number 3. Dito muna natin ilagay. Equal sign. And then column G, row 6, G6, divide 4 kasi apat yung ating given scores. Okay, 91, 89, 90, 89. So, pwede nyo ring itry sa inyong calculator or sa calculator ng cellphone nyo. Enter. Okay, 89.75. Okay, i-highlight natin yung apat. Punta ulit tayo sa AutoSum command. Then, click average. And then, that is 89.75. Okay, they are the same. Okay, so for us, na hindi tayo para sa atin, or para hindi tayo mahirapan, na mag-type ulit ang formula, gamitin natin si fill handle, drag your mouse, use the left click, and then, lalabas na yung ating mga grades or average. So, ito yung kanilang mga grades na nakuha nila from their grade from first, second, third, fourth, quarter grades. Okay, so accurate yan. So, para gusto nyo talagang accurate or gusto nyo malaman kung tama yung sagot ng Microsoft Excel, gamitin nyo lang yung calculator nyo. 80 plus 80 plus 83 plus 83 equals 326 divide 4, that is 81.5. Okay, kung gagawin natin ng mano-mano, tayong gagawa ng formula natin, uulitin ko lang ulit, ilagay natin si active cell dito, and then on the formula bar, ilagay natin equal sign. Siyempre, ang kukuhaan natin ng grade ay yung total score ng first to fourth, so that is 345 na nasa column G, row 4. So, ilalagay natin is equal sign G4 divide 4 kasi apat yung ating given grades. Okay, 89, 87, 85, 84. That is 86.25. And then, drop down. Use the fill handle. So, that's it. That is the average of the first to fourth quarter grades. Next is text. Text are letters, symbols, numbers, and spaces, or any combination that you can enter into a cell. So, when we say letters, that is A to Z. When we say symbol, that is hashtag, or end symbol, or any special characters that you may use or enter into a cell. Numbers such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 0. And of course, spaces, or any combination that you can enter into a cell. So, meaning kasali din pala sa spaces. Paano daw po napasama sa spaces? Take a look at Juan Angelina. Okay, so hindi naman natin itinype si Juan Angelina na kasama, magkadikit si Juan Angelina. So, pag sinabi natin, pag pinagdikit natin, tinanggal natin ng space, ang basa na dyan, Juan Angelina. Okay, so we use spaces or space. Okay, so that is text. So, when we say value, is a number that you enter into a cell that you may use in a formula later. You may include in the value the numeric symbol such as decimal, point, comma, or currency. Ibig sabihin daw, kapag value, hindi lang daw siya numbers. But of course, it emphasizes numbers. So, kasamahan daw ng numbers is comma. Ano daw ba yung comma? Ito po yun. Kuwit sa Tagalog. Ano naman daw yung decimal point? Ito naman daw po yung tuldok. Okay? And then, the currency. Ano ba yung ating currency? The PHP. So, minsan gumagamit tayo ng PHP for the Philippines currency and the symbol of peso sign. Ano ba yung symbol of peso sign? For example, take a look at symbol ng peso sign. So, ito yung ating peso sign. Peso sign. Hanapin natin sa ating mga symbols. Ito po si peso sign. So, kasama daw siya sa value. So, hindi lang daw numbers ang meron tayo sa value. We do have the currency, which is the peso sign or the dollar sign, or the PHP, the comma, and the decimal point. Okay, next, let us have the arithmetic operation and corresponding keyboard sign. Okay. So, we have the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. Okay, the keyboard sign are, of course, the plus sign, the minus sign, or the positive sign, negative sign, the asterisk, the slash, and the exponential symbol. Okay, so kapag dating sa ating keyboard sign, ang gagamitin natin sa ating multiplication ay hindi yung ating letter X na sa keyboard ha, hindi letter X. ang gagamitin natin asterisk. Kapag division naman, ang gagamitin natin ay slash. Okay, operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. Okay, example. So, example lang to ha. Hindi ito standard. Example only. Okay, equal sign. So, don't forget, take note of this. Lagi tayong gagamit ng equal sign kapag tayo ay susulat or magta-type ng formula sa Microsoft Excel. For example, equal sign B5 plus C5. Function adds the value of B5 and C5. Subtraction naman tayo or minus. Equal sign B5 minus C5. It subtracts the value of B5 and C5. So for example, ang number natin sa column B, row 5 ay 5 and sa column C, row 5 ay 3, meaning it is 5 minus 3. Okay, so pag ginamit mo itong formula na to at in-enter mo, lalabas ang sagot ay 2. Okay, next, multiplication is equal sign B5 times C5. It multiplies the value of B5 and C5. Next is division. Equal sign B5 divide C5 divides the value of B5 and C5. Next, exponentiation. Equal sign B5 to the third power. Okay, meaning it increases the value of B5 to the third power. So, kung meron tayong number sa B5 na 3 to the third power, ibig sabihin 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, next is entering labels and data. So, let's go back to the Microsoft Excel. Okay, text entries include any combination of letters, symbols, numbers, and spaces. So, we do have here the text such as letters. Okay, the Juan Angelina hanggang kay Vasquez, that includes letters A to Z. Okay, and then numbers, the grades of 89 to 87 or 89 to 83. So, those are numbers. And spaces, for example nga kanina nabanggit ko from Juan Angelina, meron tayong space dyan, Juan space Angelina, Puno space Brad, Dela space Cruz space Tom. Okay, so that is text. What about values? Are numbers that represent a quantity. So when we say values, that contains numbers. So we do have the 89, 84, 91, 83. And the next, entering formula. So for example, I'm going to use the formula of a multiplication. So for example, I want to get 89 times 87. So 89 times 87. So gamitin nga natin yung ating calculator sa cellphone to identify the score or the total of 89 times 87. 89 multiplied by 87 is equals to 7,743. So, I'm going to use the formula to get 7,743. So, for example, dito ko muna ilalagay yung kanyang sagot sa column K, row 4, 89 times 87. So, on the formula bar, type equal sign. And then, ilagay natin kung nasaan nakalagay na column C, 89, column C, row 4. So, ilagay natin column C, row 4. Gamitin natin si asterisk from the keyboard, asterisk. And then type natin 87 from column D, row 4. So, ilagay natin D4. And then click enter. 7,743. Okay, so that is 89 times 87. Okay, for example, take a look at the formula from the formula bar. Kapag aking ikinilik ito, magha-highlight si 89 at 87 from column C, row 4 and column D, row 4. Okay, take a look at 89 and 87, nag-highlight. Okay, next, let us have subtract 89 to 87. Okay, 89 minus 87 is equals 2. So, let us go to the formula bar, equal sign. Dito tayo kay column E and F. Column E, row 4. So, ilagay natin E4. And then, the minus sign. Shift, from the keyboard. And then, column F, row 4, F4. Okay, and then, enter. Okay, that is 85 minus 84 is equals 1. The formula is equal sign, E4 minus F4. Ayun, nag-highlight si column E, row 4, and column F. row 4. Okay, what about division? Okay, so let us divide 80 and 80. Okay, so paano i-divide si 80 and 80? 80 divide 80 is equals 1. So, ilagay natin si equal sign. Nasa ang column si 80? Column C, row 15. So, ilagay natin C 15. So, what is the symbol of division in the keyboard? That is slash. Okay, let us use slash. And then, divide 80. Nasaan si 80 ulit? Nasa column D, row 15. So, ilagay natin D15. And then, enter. Okay, that is 1. 80 divide 80 is equals 1. Pag inilagay natin si active cell kay M, ayun yung ating formula. And then, once ni-click ko si formula bar, magha-highlight si column C, row 15, and column D, row 15. Take a look at. Okay, so, that is the way on how to type a formula in the formula bar. Okay, so ang kailangan lang natin is identify natin kung aling numbers ang ating gagamitan ng operation or mathematical operation or arithmetic operation. So kapag na-identify na natin kung nasa ang column sila at nasa ang row, itatype na natin sa formula bar with the use of the different operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, that is on how to enter formulas in the formula bar. Okay, next is number symbol replacement. If the number is too long to fit within the cell boundaries, Excel displays a series of symbol or what we call hashtag in the cell. The number in the formula are still stored in the cell, but the width of the cell is not enough to show the whole number. To display the value, you must increase the size of the column width. So, ibig sabihin daw, meron daw tayong mga tendency or pagkakataon na meron tayong mga score na nakukuha na medyo mahaba. So, kapag ganun na nangyayari, ay nagiging number symbol or hashtag symbol yung number. So, ibig sabihin daw dyan is naka-stored pa rin naman daw yung numbers kung ano yung numbers na lumabas, naka-stored pa rin daw siya sa cell. Pero mag-a-appear siya as number symbol or hashtag symbol kasi hindi siya kasya. So, para daw ma-appear siya as number, kailangan daw palakihin natin yung ating width ng ating column. So, for example, ang lumabas daw sa ating sample, lagyan natin ng number. Okay, enter. And then that is the hashtag or the symbol number. Okay, so pag ganyan daw, take a look at the formula bar, that is the number. Naka-stored pa rin naman. Pero ang mag-a-appear siya is number symbol. Kasi nga, hindi siya kasya sa ating column. So, meron daw tayong mga paraan para palakihin yung ating column. So, pwede nyo i-follow yung steps na naandayan sa inyong libro, or the easiest way is to adjust the column width by dragging the mouse in between of columns. For example, column J and K. So, meron tayong width sa gitna. I-adjust lang natin, palakihin lang natin yung column. And then, kapag napalaki na natin, ayun, mag-a-appear na yung tunay na number. Hindi na siya as number sign. Okay, that is number symbol replacement. Okay, next, formula error messages. Okay, take a look at your book, ha. If a formula does not work, Excel will display the following messages wherein you should modify your data or formula. Okay, next is the formula error. Okay, formula error messages. Okay, the errors are this one on the left part, and the meaning, these are the meanings. Okay, so number 1 is attempts to divide by 0. Okay, for example, you have 85 or 85 divide 0. For example, this one. Okay. Okay, 89 divide by 0. Okay, 89 is located from column C to row 4. Okay, lagay natin column C, 4. Okay, divide 0. Okay, so ito yung ating lalabas na error. As you can see, ang ating divide by 0. Okay, attempts to divide by 0, ibig sabihin ito yung lalabas na error pag ginamit natin ay 0. Kasi hindi naman tayo nag-divide ng numbers by 0. Okay, next, value tries to calculate something that is not value such as text. Okay, so for example, nag-divide ka daw ng numbers na hindi naman daw nade-divide. Kasama daw dun ay yung text. So for example, meron tayo ditong 80. Okay, from column 0, 15. equal sign, column C, row 15. I-divide natin siya kay column B, row 15. Okay, slash, column B, row 15. Okay, kasi hindi naman siya number. That is text naman siya. So, lalabas yung error natin as hashtag or number symbol value. Okay. Next is the ref or hashtag ref addresses a cell that does not exist such as deleted cell or invalid. Okay, ibig sabihin daw, naggamit ka daw ng formula na hindi naman daw kasali. Diba, ginagamit natin is the columns and the rows. So, gumamit ka daw ng cell na hindi naman daw or na-delete naman na daw, ginamit mo pa rin sa formula. So, ang lalabas sa atin is number symbol ref. Okay, next. Number symbol name uses a cell name that have not defined, was misspelled, or cannot be recognized. Okay, gumamit ka daw ng cell name. Okay, so meron tayong cell name that is the column and the rows. For example, column 05, ginamit mo daw siya pero hindi mo naman daw na-defined or mali daw yung spelling na ginamit mo. So, ang lalabas is hashtag name. Okay, next, hashtag num or num attempts an invalid numeric data for the type of operation. So, gumamit daw tayo ng invalid numeric data. So, pag sinabi natin numeric data, that is number only, dot, comma, and the currency, and the last one is the decimal point. So, kapag gumamit ka daw ng ibang numeric data, hindi na daw siya ma-read ng ating Microsoft Excel or ng formula. So, ang lalabas daw na error is hashtag num. Okay, hashtag NA, not available. Okay, formula or functions cannot find the reference data. So, for example, yung workbook na ginawa mong isa, the Microsoft Excel, is ginamit mo or inirelate mo sa kasunod na workbook, hindi gagana pag hindi niya na-identified or mali pa din yung spelling na ginamit mo dun sa title. Okay, so for example, ang title ng isa mong workbook is family table. I-connect mo dun sa pangalawa mong workbook na formula book, ay mali yung spelling na ginamit mo. So, hindi ma-identify, hindi makikita yung reference. So, maglalabas sa kanya is hashtag NA or not available. And the last one is hashtag null. Space was used in the formula that reference multiplies range. So, ibig sabihin naman daw, kapag gumawa ka ng formula, for example, equal sign C5 plus B5, nilagyan mo ng mga spacing, so hindi gagana yung ating formula at ang lalabas na error message is hashtag null. Okay, next from the book, Formulas tab. Okay, puntahan naman daw natin yung ating Formulas tab. Okay, this is the Formulas tab. Okay, Formula tab on the ribbon contains the built-in functions to perform mathematical calculation on your worksheet. Okay, Formulas tab commands, we do have the group, the function library. Okay, function library that contains insert function, AutoSum, recently used, financial, logical, text, date and time, lookup reference, math, and trig or trig, more functions. Okay, next is the define names. We do have the command name manager command, define name command, use in formula, create from selection command. And the third one is the formula auditing, trace precedent command, trace dependence command, remove arrows, show formulas, error checking, evaluate formula, and the watch window, calculation options for the calculation group, calculation now, or calculate now, calculate sheets. Okay, so those are the commands in groups from the Formulas tab commands. Okay, let us have the insert functions. Okay, insert functions edit the formula in the current cells. Okay, the AutoSum displays the sum of the selected cell. Okay, so for example nga daw, ginamit natin si AutoSum, sum. So, highlight daw natin kung alin daw yung gagamitin natin. And then, take a look at this one, ha. I-highlight ko si 89 to 84. Okay, and then enter. Ayun, 345, the same with this one that we use from the home tab from the editing group, which is the AutoSum command. Okay, they have the same functions, the AutoSum. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, let us have what are functions. Okay, functions are built-in formulas you can use to make your worksheet constructions easier. Okay, sum. Okay, so for example, take a look at equal sign sum. Okay, so ginagamit daw natin to calculate the sum of the values of a range of the cell. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi daw nating sum, ipag-a-add or pagsasama-samahin niya yung total score or total number. For example, 89, 87, 85, 84 is ito-total daw niya kapag ginamit mo yung function na equal sign and then sum. Okay? Next is average. Calculate the arithmetic mean of a range of a cell or value. So, for example, ginamit natin si sum. Okay, gamitin natin. Insert. Dito, sum. Ginamit natin siya kanina, sum of column C, row 4. Sum, open parenthesis, C4, colon, kasi sabi ko kanina, kapag 2 or more or 3 or more columns, gagamit na tayo ng column to summarize or gagamit tayo ng colon to summarize column. Okay, so ibig sabihin, meron tayong 4 na columns dito, C, D, E, F. Hindi na natin kailangang i-type si E at C, si D at si E. Lalagyan natin ng column, tapos F na yung kasunod. F, 4. Okay, close parenthesis, enter. Okay, that is 345. Okay, next average. Calculate the arithmetic mean of a range of cells or values. So, pag average naman daw ginamit natin, ika-calculate daw niya yung average ng ating value from arithmetic operation. Okay, so ang ginamit nating arithmetic operation is the sum or the addition. Abe of column G. Okay, so naglabas siya ng error message kasi hindi pa na-define yung ating cell. Okay, G4. Okay, balik tayo dito. Abe of G4. Close. So that's it for the first half of this lesson. Go back to your module and answer the following activities.